Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Slauson. I am your student's teacher this year and welcome to Back to School Night Virtually 2020. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself. First, I taught 8 years at Prairie Middle School in the district and then moved to Wisconsin and taught there for 11 years. And now I'm back at Eagle Crest in my 6th year of teaching, so that's a lot of years, and I hope to retire in 10 or 11 years. All right, this is my family. So real quick, if you look at the picture on the right, standing to the left of me, your left, is my son Finn. He is an 8th grader at Thunder Ridge. Standing to the right of me is my husband Rob. He's in construction management. And standing next to him is my senior at Eagle Crest. I have a senior. His name is Sawyer. In the middle are our 3 darling dogs. The one with the yellow collar, that's Jordy. I call him Mr. Jordy Nelson, or Little Guy, Green Bay Packer reference there. The top middle with the gray beard, that's my sweet boy Hobie. He's my man. And down on the bottom right is our sweet little girl Roxy. And so it's just me and Roxy with a bunch of boys in our house. All right, so a couple things. If I'm going to be having your students next week signed up for Remind app. If you want to also sign up for those apps, you need to text the number that you see highlighted in yellow, the 81010, and then in the message box, you will type in all lowercase exactly what you see there. So check with your student to see what hour they are with me. My 1A is Algebra 2 all the way, otherwise through the rest of the day, it's all Algebra 1. All right, some additional apps I want your students to have is Google Meet, because that's how we will be meeting virtually if we need to meet. OneNote, because that's how they will be submitting homework to me, and Schoology, because that is going to be our main platform of communication. So if anything, they need that, like, of all, number one. Let's see. All right, moving on. So I want to talk about the jobs that are going to happen this year. So the first job is the student job, and you can see everything that's here, and this is going to be on the page that you're looking at on Schoology. But let's talk about the student job. So their first job is just to log into Schoology every week to find out their job for the week. And this will be available at 8 a.m. on Monday morning. And whatever's in their folder, it's all going to be arranged by week. You're going to see that in a little bit, is their job. If I ever add anything addition to the folder, I'll let the students know through the Remind app, and I'll also post an update on their Schoology page. But that's one of the reasons why I want your student to have a Remind app. If I ever make any changes, and I don't think that they might go back to their Schoology algebra or Algebra 2 folder, because they've already gotten the stuff done. The other thing is they need to read everything that's in their folder. I know I have kids, and from last year when we went remotes, the students just skim over it, they don't read it, and they miss so many of the directions, and then there's a lot of confusion and miscommunication. So please, they need to read everything that's in those folders. It's not a lot of reading, but there is some reading. They also need to be uploading their assignments to OneNote, so they can do this through a computer or through their phone, and I think it's a little bit easier through the phone. And right now, that's the platform we're going to be using. Hopefully it works smoothly. If not, then we'll have to change. And then I also want them to email me or text me through Remind if they ever need to meet me for help, because I am here to help them. So that is their job. All right, I'm looking at the clock because the bell's going to ring here soon. So let's talk about your job. So I do not expect you to homeschool your students. I can't homeschool my students in some of their subjects. I can help them in math, but there's a lot of stuff that I can't help them with. So I don't have that expectation for you. So what I would like for you to do at some point is to sit down with your student and ask them to show you their Schoology page. Have them show you each class and explain to you how the teacher has set it up. Some teachers are really great. It's very easy to follow. And I know from experience with my 2 boys, I go into their Schoology pages and I have no idea how to navigate. So it's a good idea for them to explain it. Don't do all the classes at once. Maybe do 1 a day for the week, and it won't take you very long. And then if you can't understand that layout, please let me know, and I will walk you through it ourselves. We can meet virtually, and I can show you how it's done too. Check their grades every week. So you can do that through PowerSchool, and on the page that you went to in Schoology, you will see a video that shows you how to do that. So I've been doing it for years. I get those email updates. I know, more emails, but it is nice to have. It comes every Monday, every week. It's fantastic. Or, if you don't want to get the email updates, just when you go to My Cherry Creek, you can go into PowerSchool and see your kids' grades. And you can go from one kid to the next kid to the next kid. You don't have to keep logging with a different information. And the other thing is just be patient with your student, be patient with me, and be patient with yourself. This is going to be a tough year because it's very unexpected. All right, moving on. What is my job? My job is to keep the grades up to date, and I'm really good about doing that. I will be keeping Schoology up to date. I will let you know if your student isn't participating. I'll probably say though, after so many phone calls, I probably won't be notifying you as much, but I'll definitely let you know in the beginning for the first couple weeks, like, hey, we're starting to see a pattern here, and I will do my best to keep that up all year. My other job is I will be available for help in person, virtually. We'll figure out how that works. My other job is not to overload your students with work because, again, this is new and it is for a grade. So hopefully we'll figure that out. And I got to breathe. Breathe. I got to remember that. Sometimes time out for myself, right? All right, let's move on to Schoology. So hold on. All right, so I'm back. You probably didn't even know I left. I had to go and teach a class, and I just saw my 1B algebra student. So if you have a student in that 1B class, hey, I just saw your kids. All right, so now I want to show you around Schoology. So when you log on to Schoology, I recommend you click the courses at the top, so you can see me doing that right here. I click on the courses, and you will see all of your students' courses pop up. So these are all of my courses, the ones that I teach and the one that I'm a part of. So what you need to do is find whatever course it is. So for me, it's Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and you're going to see a very similar layout between the two. So I'm just going to show one class because they are set up the same. So I'm going to show you my Algebra 1, and what you're going to see when it gets there is, so first of all, you are already in this Back to School Night folder. So let's show you a couple things here. So that PowerPoint that you saw, that's right here. So when I was flipping through those slides in the beginning, if you really want to read them, there they are. And if you don't already get the grade updates, this link that I'm hovering over right now, that shows you how you can sign up through PowerSchool to get those weekly grade updates. You can even get attendance updates. So I love it. That way being a working adult with 2 kids and a family, everything, I don't always think about going on to PowerSchool, but when the grades get emailed to me, it's really nice. But I will say that grade email update that you get isn't always up to date. It might be like from Thursday or Friday from the week before. So it's never truly 100%. So if your student's like, but I turned that in, then maybe actually go to PowerSchool and check out their grades. So anyway, let's go back to this. So the first thing I want to point out is if your students need help. So they're going to click on that. And first of all the teachers are going to have Monday virtual office hours. So for Algebra 1, again, this is not quite up to date yet, because I have 4 Algebra 1 classes, and they can come into any of those times. So there's a link here. They'll click on it, and you will see the times that your student or you can go in if you really want to pop in as well. And again, they can go at any Algebra 1 time slot. It really doesn't matter. And I will ask them to mute the microphones when entering because I don't have that capability. The other thing is they can always visit me in person. So if we're still in the building, we can meet 4A, 2B, or 4B. But this has to be by appointment because I have to find a place for us to meet. And if they just show up at my door, I might not be able to coordinate that with enough time, or I might not even be in the room. So I ask that they email me through their Cherry Creek email address, as you see here, or they can text me. And when they text me, it says Google Voice. That will be changing. It's going to be through the Remind app. So I still need to update that part. We can also meet virtually for those days that they're not there. Again, it has to be during my office hours. And because these time slots aren't going to be the same as these when we're talking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this part up here is only for Monday, and this is for the other days of the week. And so again, I need to know so I can send them a link so we can meet virtually. And again, they should email me through their Creek email address. And again, they can just search for me under Rebecca Slauson, or they should text me. And again, when they text me, it will not be through Google Voice. I will be using Remind instead. And again, we're going to set Remind up as a class when I see them next week. All right, going back. Finally, okay, so you're here and your kids are like, I just don't know what's going on. So simple and sweet. Let's see, here we go. This is working again. So this, when you click on the 817 folder, this is what your students should have done on Monday. That was the expectation, that's that they all visit all of their Schoology classes and click in. So this would have taken them, maybe 5-7 minutes. They completed a quick survey. This was about their technology. They watched a video about me. They made their own video. That's in step 3. This was the apps I wanted them to download. And then step 4, maybe you as parents want to check this out. This is the supplies that they need. And they don't need anything specific for math except a graphing calculator. So hold on, I'm going to go grab that real quick. So this is the graphing calculator they need. It doesn't have to be this exact model, but they need a TI, that's a Texas Instrument, 83 or 84 calculator. And you can buy them. They're on sale right now. They are, they're on the pricier side, but they are on sale. And if you don't want to pay full price, I would check out Facebook Marketplace, go through the Nextdoor app, Craigslist, and you can get them for a lot cheaper. The other thing you can do is rent it through the school. So when you go back to the parent night, the back to school night envelope or folder, not envelope, I'll have a link to where you can download the Eagle Crest application for it, and I'll have a link to where you can pay. And if you can't afford the $25 rental fee, then there is an option on that rental form that says I need financial assistance. And what your students will do is, it'd be great if they could print up the receipt or just take a screenshot of it, or from the camera onto the computer and take a picture of it. And then they'll fill out the form, bring it back to me, and I will show them where they can pick that up. So it's pretty easy to do. All right, let's keep going here. So it takes my mouse a moment to wake up here. All right, last part. So again, this is what they had to do Monday, and this is what they have to do this week. So my Schoology is going to be set up by week. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So this is everyone's assignment. No matter if they're in Algebra 1 or Algebra 2, they're going to have a step 1. They click on this folder and they're going to watch my notes, and they've all gotten a packet for my video notes. If they don't have the packet, there will be a folder accessible in Schoology and in their OneNotes of how they can get those notes. So I will have a folder on Schoology that just says Chapter 1 material, and then they can always get it through there if they've lost it or they don't know where they put it. So they're going to watch some notes. This is what they are to do at home. And then I'm going to assign them some practice problems in the same packet. We don't use a textbook in Algebra 1 or Algebra 2. I realize that can be frustrating as a parent. If you want to know, they do have access to a textbook, but we just don't follow it necessarily in the same order. So we as teachers tend to make our own packets. And the nice thing about the packets is the notes are already filled out for them, and they just have to, they can do more listening and less writing. So that's one of our purposes as well. So that's it. I don't know how long this was. I hope I kept it short. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, you can, I'll be sending a syllabus home with the students, and that syllabus will also be on the Schoology page. It's all a work in progress, and we've been pretty busy, so I'm still trying to get everything up and viewable. So you will see the syllabus on the main page, and it will just be up here with need help, syllabus, etc. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great night. Hi everyone, I just realized I left something out of the Remind app. So going back to that, if you tried it and it didn't work, here you go. I forgot the at symbol or whatever it's called in front of my SLOS 1A, SLOS 2A. And then I thought you'd also maybe like to see a few ways to get in touch with me. So there's my email address. So get your phone, take that picture, and my voicemail. And thank you very much. Talk to you soon.